Oh, hey y'all, welcome to my open diary session. I just completed an entry. Check it out. Hey y'all. So I was just sitting here doing a bit of reading and I started let me make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, I was just sitting here thinking about the time my ex-narcissistic psychotic fucking husband ordered a lie detector test without my knowing for me. Yeah, it was crazy. So let's talk about it. So during this time, my father had passed away, and of course, we can't plan those type of things. So when it was time for me to leave, I had to leave and go to St. Louis alone without him. Now, it had been many, many years, literally 6 years, since I've been anywhere without him. So when I got there, as you can realize, I wasn't really calling him because I would normally have to really keep in touch. But I wasn't really keeping in touch because I was getting things together. My father had just passed away. So with that being said, I had to be emotional support for my siblings, all while my phone was blowing off the charts. Now, this is when I found out that he was actually tracking me by my phone. I said my good nights, and it was near 11 p.m. It was late at night, and I was staying at my stepmother's house. And I said my good nights, and about 10 minutes after that, my sister and I left my stepmother's house, and immediately, almost immediately, my phone started ringing, and I didn't answer. And then the text messages came in was, suspicions of me not being where I said I was. It was clear that he knew that I was riding around, that I was not in the same space. He knew that for a fact. Anyway, my phone, he blew it up the entire night. He didn't sleep at all. When I went to sleep, the phone still went off the chart, off it just the whole time. And then he sent my stepmother and brother over to my sister's house the next morning, waking us up super early, banging on the door like I'm miles away from him, but yet he still got these strings and pulling people, and it's like he was still there. But anyway, that's not what this is about. The very day upon returning home from this draining, very draining trip, he was sitting there, went right into the accusations and all these things, and he presented the fact that he had purchased a lie detector test for me to take. Now, he wasn't coming to me saying this is something that I want to do. He purchased, set the appointment, all of that. It was already set. I couldn't even really wrap my head around it. I haven't had the chance to grieve my father. I'm still tripping off the lack of support that you even gave, or he even gave at that time when I found out. It was just a lot going on. I had just got back home. And this is what we're talking about. And this is just literally a surprise to me. You didn't even consult me about this. This is the first time that I ever put my foot down in my marriage. This is the first time that I actually knew for a fact, oh, this shit is over. This is done. Like this, I've already asked for a divorce prior to this. This was already on rocky foundation, but I didn't have the strength, but I don't know. It was something about my father's passing. It was like, I don't know. I gained the strength of him or so. I don't know. But I looked at him. I'm like, I'm not taking the fucking lie detector test. As a matter of fact, you're going to take that motherfucker. But before I told him that and made his ass take the lie detector test, I told him, yes, I'll take the test, but once you get these results and these answers back, I'm leaving. I was using that as that's it. This is my out. This is our way out. Yes, I will take it, but when you get these results, I'm out of here. So he thought about it and he changed his mind and he did not want me to take that test. But he had already made this appointment and paid for it, and I was standing in my power finally for the first time in this relationship. So it was his turn. You're going to take this fucking test that you paid for me to take. Oh, and when I presented the questions to him, oh, honey, he tried to talk me out of this. I'm like, oh, no, we going to make it. Oh, if you don't want, we don't have to go take the. Oh no, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it just like we were gonna make it when it was up to me to have to take it. Like he was on it. I'm like, this is nuts. And I'm like, okay. So now he don't want to take this test. The questions included his now girlfriend or wife. I don't know what they are, but his now current partner, who I knew already that he was cheating with, didn't care. I just needed proof so that I can have a reason to fucking leave. It's like, anyway, the questions included her. So when I say he was sweating, it was wintertime, freezing cold. He had on he was sweating. We were outside in the car. He was sweating, sweat rolling down his face. He nervous as fuck. I mean, scared. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we finna go. We finna go. I'm like, this is finna be my way out because I know he's about to fail. I already know the answer to these questions. So he goes into the room with the guy. We get there. We're there as a family, y'all. We're there as a fucking family. This man had us there as a family. We couldn't do shit without. Man, I hate I put my kids through that for. Anyway, we're there as a fucking family. But anyway, he goes into this room to take this test. And no, he goes into the room. He wasn't supposed to be taking the test. He wasn't even supposed to be going into the room. He told us to wait right there. That's what it was. He told me to wait right there. We sat down in the lobby. He went into the room with the person that does the test. He was in there for about 20-30 minutes. Enough time to bribe the shit out of him. So by the time it's time for us both to go in there, because we're supposed to take this test together, but he went in there prior to. Oh my goodness. I mean, I knew what was happening right then and there, but I mean, I'm just like, Anyway, y'all, we go in there, we sit down, take the test after he went in a room with this examiner. We go in there and sit down to take the test, for him to take the test. And the questions that I was asking, the lie detector test guy said he couldn't give answers to any of them. It was questions like, it included, did he cheat in a certain time frame? The lie detector person said he couldn't give that because it was a technical answer. I asked him about, if he truly loved my children. I didn't even ask if he truly loved me. If he truly loved my children. It was some other stuff I asked about his now girlfriend from the night that I know for a fact he cheated on me when he got in at 1 something. But the lie detector examiner couldn't answer any of those questions. He said that the questions were, I don't know. He said that you couldn't ask questions like if you love an individual or something with the time frame. It was all dumb ass excuses. But how can I'm not an expert, so I can't say yes you can. I watched it on Maury. But really, these questions have been asked on all the detective shows I've watched. Come on now. So he went in there. He paid this man. He was sweating prior to this. But when we went in there to take this test, he was sitting down like, okay, I'm ready. He's not a really good liar. So he looked up at the lie detector examiner like, okay, let's do this. Let's do what we just planned. Like the body language, like the lie detector examiner, like, man, chill. Like, I'm reading all this. I didn't even realize it was a gift. Oof. Thank you for this beautiful gift. But anyway, I'm reading all this. Like, y'all, this man paid for me to take a test. He ended up having to take that motherfucker. Scared of the questions, ended up having to spend more money to pay this examiner off. Y'all, he was sweating so bad in that fucking flannel before he went in there. And when we both went in there and sat down and I started asking those questions that I told him I was going to ask now. He already knew what I was going to ask. So he knew what to tell the examiner already. So I guess that was my fault. But yeah, he paid that man off. And when I got in there, he was just sitting down like, yeah, ask anything you want. Ask anything you want. That's what he kept saying. Ask me anything you want. But at first you were nervous. So I already knew right then and there, that moment, that he paid that fucking man off. I had to escape, or that man would have definitely done something to me. For sure. Aside from all the shit that he did while I was there with him. All the illnesses. Yeah. I'm sending strength for anyone or to anyone that is in situations with these narcissists. I'm sending you strength and love.